much for being with us today for our virtual July 17th, 2020 Art Hop Spotlight series. We are with us again with Kai Harris from Face Off Theater, and we're talking about Face Off. We're trying to get more of an understanding of who Face Off is, and also to really having a great conversation about Kai as a creative and a writer and what she brings to the table. And we're going to close out on this really great question here, which is one of my favorites. Okay. And this is all from, Kai, your point of view. If we could just kind of open up the dream cave of, if we could have, anything, right, with Face Off. I mean, if you could paint a picture that had no limitations and no boundaries, what would Face Off look like?
It's a good question. The first thing that comes to mind is us having our own space to do more than just, the 4 productions we're doing a season right now, but having an actual space for people in our community to come, to maybe take part in workshops, to just be in community with one another. I can imagine how hype a Face-Off space would be if we had one. I think it'd be pretty fun. And not just one space. I'd love to see us in multiple locations around the Midwest to begin. I think that the work that we're doing is so important. It would be great if it could be in various communities. So we could branch out to Detroit and to Chicago and to other spaces, and also bringing people from those communities here to work with us, to collaborate in terms of actors, playwrights, continuing to branch out in those ways. I just want to see us have full audiences, diverse audiences. I love it when our crowd, our audience is so diverse. The conversations that we have are amazing. I love when we get in that space and people are able to come there and say, I've never even thought about this, or I've never been in a conversation about something like this. I just want to keep dialoguing in our community, and I want to see Face Off supported in this community in new ways, by other theater companies, by community members. I want people to know who we are. I want people to be excited about what we're doing. So yeah, I'm just looking for big things for Face Off, and we're gonna get there. I do know that. So we're chugging along until we get to that point.
Yeah, I think this is the time too for people to know that the work that we're doing and that we have been doing, everyone is invited to that conversation. But also too, what's important is that, and I love when you talk about having those diverse spaces, but it's so great when you can be a part of a space, when you look around and like you see more of you, you know what I'm saying? Which again is something just very unique and beautiful that Face Off brings. And
yeah. I mean, a big part of our mission is building opportunities for creatives of color. So we do things like playwriting workshops, or all of us are able to train and learn different skills. I'm learning to direct. That was not something that was in my skill set before joining Face Off. I had only been an actress and writer. Now I'm learning all kinds of parts of the production process. And we're doing that for everyone that, all the people in our community that are involved with Face Off. We're training our actors, we're training new directors, we're teaching people how to write plays. These are often opportunities that people of color and Black people specifically don't have. Right. We might not have a space to learn how to do these things. So then we can't get in at, other theater companies because we don't know how to do these things. So we are trying to also not just be a safe space, but also be a learning space, a teaching space, a collaborating space. So yeah, that's one of my favorite aspects of Face Off, what you were saying about just looking around and saying, okay, these are my people, and we are working together on something that's important.
Yeah, definitely. And in closing too as well, it's just been such a joy to talk with you, Kai, today. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. And you know, it's the Arts Council here. We are just so overjoyed that we're able to do this spotlight series on Face Off, and our last one was with Yolanda Lavender, as we continue to open up the canon and get to know who we are here in the community. So thank you so much. And I wrote those dreams down because I'm like, yes, we're moving towards that for sure. So thank you so much, Kai, for being with us, and thank you for being with us today. We are so happy to have the platform in this unique way to bring Face Off and our next guest that we have coming up for our July 17th Spotlight series. So please stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.